Hey man, last week was crazy. I thank you guys for over 800 new views in 4 days. So in 4 days, we got 800 views, and that's just motivation for me to keep, giving this content to you guys because I see that more people watching it, liking it, and sharing it, and I just want to keep educating and being able to, reduce that wealth gap because the more that we know, the more that we can do, and in turn, the more that we can earn. So this week I did drop a couple shorts videos, and one of them had more views and more likes than any of the other ones, and that was the one that was speaking on my favorite financial literacy books. And if you watched to the end of that video, you heard me say that I had one more special recommendation, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys that recommendation at the end of this video. And in my opinion, that book right now is the staple that I feel like a lot of people should start with, especially if you're a part of the minority and someone that didn't come from a financially rich background. It can definitely help you in a lot of ways. So stay tuned to the end of this video and I'll be able to share that with you guys. And yeah, let's get into this learning. So now let me get into my first point. The first thing that you want to think about when you're creating a budget is going to be tracking your income. And what I mean by that is going to be tracking the dollar amount that you're bringing in, the frequency that you're bringing it in at, and just thinking about how is it going to help you, because the frequency that you get it and the dollar amount definitely is going to be a key factor in how you allocate it over the month or over the time that you're budgeting. For example, like if you were, like I said, the fixed college student, maybe you're getting a stipend or a scholarship or a grant. That's not going to be every month. So you'll be able to get that lump sum of money and be able to allocate it over a span of time. Compared to if you're to be getting paid weekly, like I used to, getting paid every week can be a benefit and it can be a detriment, because if you don't save and put the money in the right spaces, you can feel like all the money is gone by the time the bills are paid. The second thing I want to hit on is calculating your fixed expenses. This is going to be, i.e., your rent, your car payment, your car insurance. By understanding the money that pretty much is automatically going to be coming out every month, this will adhere and make you shift your mindset instead of thinking of your whole paycheck instead of a fraction of it, because obviously as soon as you get paid, these are things that are essential and keys to life, so obviously it's going to automatically go out. So now we have a separate part of our money that we're going to be using to allocate to different things depending upon what you have and what is important to you. An example, debt payment, or if you're saving up for that trip that you want to go on, it really just depends on where would you put the money. And this is one of the things that a lot of people take for granted. The more money that we make does not mean the more money that should go out. What I mean by that is sometimes we have to be a little bit more frugal, because being, like I said, more disciplined in the short term will obviously benefit us when we're trying to reach our financial goals and any goals in life. Because say for instance, instead of going to get that new car, you go and get a car that's maybe 4 or 5 years old that already has some of the value depreciated, instead of going to get that new car that's going to depreciate at a much more rapid pace, and being able to conserve and get a lower statement. So on those fixed income and those fixed expenses is a lot lower. This is one of the things that I live by. And some people might say, oh man, what's the point of having it? It's always about tomorrow. It's always about next year. It's always about your future. Think of it in the mindset of, why would I waste it now when I can go ahead and be able to have it for my future? And just those simple things that I stated before can be the keys to unlocking the budget that works perfectly for you. Me personally, I don't like to go by percentages because, like I said, everyone is going to have a different percentage. Everyone is going to have a different amount and the way that they want to tailor it based upon how and what their goals are. So I pretty much like to give key principles and to let people shape and mold their budget around that, because understanding where your money is going and how much money is coming in are the two most important factors. Because the whole thing that we're aiming to do is to maximize our income and reduce our expenses so we can in turn invest the difference. The key word is to invest the difference, whether that be in paying off your debt, like I said, or investing into stock so it can give you a greater return in the long run, or anything that you feel is right for you, that's what we want to do. So we want to be able to have enough money to be able to invest. And obviously, like I said, depending upon your situation, you may not be able to do that. But understanding that is what you're working towards is a step in the right direction. But to sum it all up, I just want to go back and say everyone is going to have a different budget, but the key principles that's underlying all of this is going to be essentially the same. It's just to maximize your income, reduce all expenses to be able to invest the difference. And like I said, understanding what you're going to put that difference is going to just be determined on the individual, such as debt repayment, such as investing in the stock market, such as saving money for that new business idea that you have. All of these are examples of being able to invest the difference. But understanding what you have and what you need to do is what I want to put in your head to be able to think about. And if you have any more specific comments or questions that you have, I definitely want you guys to drop it down in the comments below, because I want to be able to, answer any questions that you have, and I'll be doing that in the form of like shorts. So if you were to turn on the notifications, you'll be able to see that whenever I do get to it. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I would love of you to like the video and share this with a friend that you feel like this would benefit. Hey man, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate all the support. Now I get to share with you the third book that I was speaking on, and it's titled You Deserve to Be Rich by Troy and Rashad, the creators of the Earn Your Leisure podcast. And those guys are definitely some inspiration for me, because it's rare that you see, people like me of color that came from, not the most financially rich background, to be able to spread education and value across the internet for free, step up and share the rich information that I learned along the way. No pun intended. But yeah, this is not a paid promotion, but definitely if Troy or Rashad, you see this, hey, you definitely inspired me, and I want you guys to keep going. But yeah, You Deserve to Be Rich. I got it from Barnes and Nobles, but I'm pretty sure they have it on everything. Amen. But it's definitely a good read, and hope to see you guys next week.